Hello, friends, and welcome back to Greenbluff, our sustainable city. We're playing through the green power scenario with a goal of 50,000 population. We covered a lot in the last episode, from the forestry industry to the university campus to creating a lovely shopping and hotel district. But in this episode, we're going to get to do some city management. We're going to work on traffic. We all know the heart of the matter with City Skylines is traffic control, and the traffic in Greenbluff is getting out of hand. So I'm going to attempt to at least start on some of the traffic fixes. We've got a lot of work to do, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm taking a look at my bus system, and I'm trying to figure out what changes need to be made. Buses are a huge asset for my city, with thousands of people using them every day, but it could be better. I'm going to start off in Dresden Springs, which is the most northern area of my city. It has a population of about 18,000 residents, with a sizable amount of young adults. I know the residents here are traveling far to get to the university and the downtown core areas. I'm removing the current bus line here, and I'm going to be upgrading some roads and making sure that the roads that have the buses on them will have special bus lanes. I'm going to color coordinate my lines, with 2 yellow lines covering the southern side of the area and 2 orange lines covering the northern side. This might seem really excessive, but I'm trying to take into account future growth lines in the area, since this is the edge of my city. Each bus line will serve one side of the road, with a corresponding line serving the other side. This area has a lot of bicycle lanes, but not a lot of options for people looking to travel outside of Dresden Springs. I think placing down more buses, expanding parts of the highway, and maybe even adding in a metro station would really help with the traffic here. Back in our downtown core, this main highway interchange serves as the main connection and entry point to our city. Right now, I'm just going to upgrade some of the roads so that they'll have more lanes in them. I know this isn't a long-term solution, but this is just what I'm going to do for now before I come back and revisit this interchange. In our main neighborhood of Briarton, I'm following the same strategy for the buses here that I did in Dresden Springs. I'm creating two corresponding lines, each serving a different side of the road. The Briarton lines will be blue. It might be a mistake, but I'm putting in bus routes that go all the way to our shopping district. I just think this area is too small to have its own bus routes. Briarton has a population of around 11,000 residents, many of whom are children, teens, and young adults. I've created some bicycle lanes around this portion of the city that go directly to the downtown core. I hope my adult workers will use this bicycle lane to commute to work and hopefully reduce some of the traffic on the larger avenues. I've actually clicked on some of the residents living in Central and East Briarton, and many of them walk to the metro station in the shopping district to take them wherever they need to go for work. This was exciting to discover, knowing that the newest metro station is making such a large impact in the area. The downtown residential area of Grove Park has a little more than 3,000 residents, and although it seems like they would have the least trouble getting around, I discovered that I relied too much on the trolley line in this area to serve as the main transportation solution. I'm creating two small bus lanes, which are purple, and they will connect to the offices in the entertainment district in the downtown core and on the north end of Briarton. In the downtown core, you can see we have a lot of intersections here that are causing a major bottleneck, and most of the traffic is coming into the city. So I think my best plan of action right here is going to be to try to create a bypass exit. So my plan is to make an exit that's going to go directly into Briarton. And in order to do that, I'm just removing some of the residential that's here to make room for this bypass lane. And then I'm also going to make a connection from the bypass lane that goes directly into the downtown core, because we do have some space on the other side of the highway. And this is going to connect over to our Silicon Way district. That's those tall buildings on the other side of the highway that you can see. So it does look a little unconventional, and it did take me a long time to figure out exactly like how it was going to work. I had to adjust a lot of the number of lanes, so that we have two lanes that they can exit off of, and one lane will go to Briarton and the other lane will go to Silicon Way. So this really helped reduce the traffic in the area coming into the city, and it does look unconventional, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Back in Dresden Springs, I've added in the area's first metro station, and you can see how many people are coming to this station. They're just filing in. It's so crazy. But I'm so happy that they're using it. And so basically I made a connection from the metro station that we have in the shopping district near Briarton to this metro station here in Dresden Springs. And it's obviously doing its job. People are going there and it's serving the area. In the city of Leona, where our university campus is, the population is a little over 7,000, with much of the traffic stemming from commuters from Briarton and Dresden Springs, as well as heavy trucks carrying industry goods. Our warehouse district provides more than 4,000 jobs in the area, and we have a lot of travelers coming to this area for the university sports matches and for work. And this area is only going to get larger as I add in more infrastructure down near the water. So to help with that, I put in some monorails, and I don't normally work with monorails, but I thought that they might be good to place down. And right now I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not placing them in areas where there's already a bunch of intersections. So I'm using the monorail stations that are built beside the road instead of the ones that are above the roads, but they do add in another intersection where the track connections are. So I'm gonna keep watching that to see how the traffic AI handles it, but right now I'm really happy with how everything has turned out. The traffic flow right now is about between like 73% and 70 and 73%. And with all of the changes that I've implemented, I think that's a really big improvement compared to the 60% that we had at the beginning of the episode. So you can see people are using this new bypass lane that I've created, and that exit there in Silicon Way. It really doesn't add any traffic to that downtown area, so I think it's working out pretty well. So yeah, I'm really excited with how everything has turned out, and so far we're at about 39,000 population, so we're at about 11,000 more to go in order to win this scenario. We do have a lot of traffic still over in this area in the east part of Briarton, and I think I'm just going to have to upgrade this main road here where that library is sitting, because we do have some space there in the middle. So I think that might be my next course of action. I also have this post office here that is causing a lot of traffic, but there's just a lot of traffic in general in this area, and it's not just the post office. So I may end up moving that post office eventually, and try to put it somewhere else, but it does cause noise. So this area has a lot of residents, so I'm really just not sure exactly what I'm going to do there. Before I say goodbye, I'm placing down a second metro station in Dresden Springs. This one is near our agricultural zone and will provide another route for citizens on the northern side of the town. I think that this metro station is going to be vital for future expansion, since this is on the northern edge of our city. Back in Leona, I'm planning on expanding to the south where the ocean is, and I will most likely build a zoo and an airport in this area, so I'm placing down a train, monorail, and metro hub to account for future expansion. I'm really excited with how my city is turning out, and I think I'll continue to play this city even after I've won this scenario. I still have about 11,000 more residents to add before winning. I want to take a moment to thank you for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel for more Vanilla City Skylines content. Leave me a comment, let me know what you thought. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time.